When we think of the ANZACs, we often think of the men in the trenches. But behind, beside, and sometimes even in front of those lines stood incredible Australian women. Today we're sharing the stories of the healers, the secret code breakers, and the white mouse who defied an empire.
In World War I, women were not allowed to enlist as soldiers, but that didn't stop them. Take Dr. Phoebe Chappell. She travelled to the Western Front at her own expense. During an intense aerial bombardment, she ran through fire to tend to wounded soldiers. She became the first female doctor to ever receive the Military Medal for Gallantry.
Then there was Olive King. She didn't wait for the army to give her a vehicle. She brought her own. She named her ambulance Ella and drove through the freezing mountains of Serbia to rescue soldiers.
And we can't forget the Seven Sisters. These nurses stayed at their posts while the casualty stations were being bombed. Pearl Corkill, Dorothy Cawood, Alice Ross King, Alicia Kelly, Claire Deakin, May Jane Thera, and Rachel Pratt. They shielded their patients with their own bodies. All 7 were awarded the Military Medal for bravery under fire.
By World War II, the stakes were even higher. Meet Nancy Wake, codename the White Mouse. The Gestapo had a 5 million franc bounty on her head. She was a high-ranking leader in the French resistance, parachuting into occupied territory to lead 7,000 guerrilla fighters against the Nazis.
While Nancy fought in the fields, Dorothy Hillard fought with her mind. At just 19 years old, she worked in the Special Intelligence Service, helping to crack the Japanese Kana Code. Her work saved countless lives by intercepting enemy secrets before they could be acted upon.
Not every hero came home easily. Vivian Bullwinkle was an army nurse who survived the Bangka Island massacre in Indonesia. Vivian, together with another 21 nurses, were ordered to walk into the sea and were subsequently all shot. Despite being shot in the back, she managed to survive, pretending to be dead and floating in the sea. A few weeks after the shooting, she surrendered, concealing her injury in case the enemy realised what she had seen. She spent 3 brutal years in a POW camp, but she never gave up. She returned to Australia and dedicated the rest of her life to honouring the nurses who didn't make it. During World War II, the mobilisation of women into the Women's Auxiliary Australian Air Force, the Australian Women's Army Service, and the Women's Royal Australian Naval Service was a turning point in Australia's military history. These services moved beyond traditional nursing roles, allowing women to take over technical, mechanical, and signals duties to release a man for sea or frontline service. Some 50,000 women in all. The women of the Australian Women's Army Service, the largest of the 3 women's services, served as drivers, canteen workers, and searchlight operators for anti-aircraft batteries. They also worked in signals and intelligence, handling complex coding and encryption. The Women's Royal Australian Naval Service, or RANS, served as wireless telegraphists, coders, and visual signallers. At shore bases, they also took on roles as cooks, drivers, and dental assistants. The Women's Auxiliary Air Force, or WAFIs, served as aircraft mechanics, radar operators, and telegraphists. They were also responsible for the maintenance of aircraft engines and the packing of parachutes. Together, these women proved that they could handle the technical and physical rigours of military life, forever changing the Australian workforce and breaking technical gender barriers.
From the muddy fields of France to the secret code rooms of Melbourne, these women redefined what it meant to be a hero. They weren't just helpers, they were pioneers, leaders, and warriors.